Hi, my name is Elizabeth. I'm a social worker and a therapist at UNC Asheville. One thing I'm going to talk about today is healthy relationships and healthy boundaries. I get a lot of students that come into my office, and I hear this like 10 times a day. They say, I always put other people's needs first. I always put other people ahead of me. That's something that's like really spoon-fed to us in our society, like in movies and TV shows and music. The person that's considered like the best and the friendliest and the most grounded is the person that like takes joy in putting other people's needs first. And it's really sweet, but in reality, what that creates is really physically, spiritually, emotionally exhausted people, because it's not sustainable to put someone's needs ahead of yours all of the time, put other people's needs ahead of yours all the time. And obviously there are moments where that's appropriate, like if someone else is going through high stress, high crisis, and they really need you to show up for them, it's appropriate in moments. But over the long term, it's going to take a toll on you. Because in any relationship, I tell people that there are three things happening, at least. There's you, there's the other person, and there's the relationship. So if you are always showing up for the other person or the other people and putting them first every single time, and you're doing it at the expense of your sleeping schedule or your eating schedule or your medicine schedule or your school schedule, then you're really only able to show up for them and be like 50 or 60% of yourself, because you're tired or you're not medicated or you're behind on schoolwork. So you're not really able to show up for them in the way that they deserve. And you're not able to show up for the relationship in the way it deserves. And you're not able to show up for yourself in the way that you deserve. So putting someone else ahead of you all the time is not sustainable for anybody involved. And ultimately, you won't have the relationship that you want with that person or with those groups of people. So something to think about. I get a lot of students that in response to that will say, well, it feels selfish. It feels selfish to put myself first all the time. And I think that it might feel hard in the moments to put yourself first, but when you do take the time to meet your needs in the way that you need to have them met, you're able to do so much more for that relationship. And it's a balance, obviously. Like, you show up for them and you put them first. Sometimes you put yourself first sometimes. So it's not 100% put yourself first or 100% put them first, but it's a back and forth. But make sure that you're taking care of yourself too. It's like that quote, like, can't pour from an empty glass. It's exactly that. If your glass is empty, you can't pour into anybody else's. So something to think about. If you're a UNCA student, please come see me in the Health and Counseling Center. And I hope this was helpful. Have a great day.